Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Yeah. Fuck with your boy. Yeah. It's Santana. Once again. Hey, man. Oh, yeah, man. Let me see do this. Killer. Chip. Frankie. Yeah, man. I'm back at it. Come on. Today's a new day. Got the booty up in the suitcase. So go uptown to Harlem. Tell them that I sent ya. Tell them it's August, I'm going to November. I need a couple birds, get a broad, have them sent up. Call my bird, get my broad, have her sent up. Please. Call my niggas, call my squad, have them sent up. Please. Yeah, I see a town I'm liking. See some niggas getting money in a town, I like it. Yeah. I run up on them with the pound and light it like it's my block now, alright, kid? Whoa. He understood me quite clear.
Buy this car to drive to work to pay for this car. Buy this car to drive to work to work.
Welcome to YellBro Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to react to some Nick Fuentes, the guy that charges people $100 a month to talk to him in text form. Interesting. But first, don't forget to share, support, and hopefully donate to all the links, all of them, you see in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that, talk some shit. All opinions are welcome, even Nick Furry fanboys. You're also allowed in there. So please, check out the links in the description box. All right, so after a 3-hour music video intro, Nick finally went live, and I'm just kind of just rolling through the internet, just looking up shit while he's kind of background noise. And then I heard him start talking. And this fool, in my opinion, is selling this the left, the right, the left, the right, gay kid in their Chicago basement. He just
Kirk Carlson.
He's just going at it in that direction. And it smells like some full of shitness. Like I said to everyone, and this is my opinion, it could be coming from someone who's dumb as rocks, or even psychopathic in a way. But when I don't hear people leading with empathy first, that's a signal to me of either they're out of their depths or they're full of shit. And, I never hope that someone's full of shit. I have my intuitions about people, but I never hope they're full of shit. But the things he says in this shit, to me, I'm like you're in their age group, Nick. How the fuck could you not understand why some of these, whether it's college kids or Gen Z kids, whatever the fuck, that are like, yo, fuck Charlie Kirk. Why are we cheering for him? You don't understand why they're doing that at all, Nick? You don't get it? That's the thing that's breaking my brain. You don't understand why people are doing that? I mean, it's ridiculous. And by the way, off video, right? When we were watching this, I'm just calling this dude fake. It's from head to toes, bro. Full of shit, fake to me. Not full of shit in the sense of what he believes, but full of shit as in your shit is borrowed, bro. Your suit's fucking borrowed. Your haircut's borrowed. Your look's borrowed. The way you talk is borrowed. Your ideas are borrowed. Where's the fucking man at, bro? Where's the real motherfucker at? Everything looks borrowed. Your mannerisms look borrowed to me. Where's your originality at,
Nicholas Joseph Fuentes, and how can we talk to him?
Exactly. Instead, I see a fucking TV character that he borrowed from someone else, by the way. God. Embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing.
I think it's depressing.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Keep charging these young people or kids or whatever the fuck $100 a month. Well, it's probably older people that are actually getting your text messages or whatever the fuck you do with them. Group chats. Imagine charging $100 for group fucking chats.
Probably on Discord or Telegram or some shit.
Yeah, but what's he offering to where that $100 pays off? What's he offering? What's he offering that he's not saying on camera?
I've been trying to figure that out on and off since the day I found out who he was.
I haven't heard a whisper of wisdom from this guy. I've heard political ideas that are that people can be like, oh, I like these political ideas. Fair enough. I understand where you're going with that. Okay, fine. But words of wisdom that he's charging you money for? And I'm like, yo, Jesus, what do you think about this shit? Jesus just told me I wouldn't charge money. Thanks, Jesus. Thanks, dude. You heard it here first, folks. Jesus wouldn't charge money for words.
Because wisdom is supposed to be priceless.
In fact, he'd flip your stupid fucking table over, wouldn't he, Nick? Anyways, let's play it out here. I already know the Nick fans are fucking tilted already. Sideways in their own chairs. Here we go.
Like Palantir.
I'm sure we'll get a few of them in the
Israel,
comments.
Jews.
I started kind of randomly here, guys, by the way, because
And I've alluded
Once
to
again,
this
3-hour
on the
intro,
show
like,
over the past week.
what do you want me to do?
But again, we'll expand on it a little bit tonight. There is no doubt in my mind that these cleavages and tensions are exploited.
Jordan,
And
you
we see that
usually
all the
just
time.
do
For example,
things
frat
off the
bro
cuff
uprising
because they
might
catch
be
your
the
interest,
best
right?
Example of this.
Yeah.
Last year, you had
Well, this
all
is
these
like-
big pro-Palestine
this is
protests.
Even in
at
relative
UCLA,
terms, it's
at
totally off the
Columbia, at
cuff for
Harvard.
us.
Yeah. I mean, I want, honest to God, I want natural reactions. Now, if I see something and I'm like, oh, I want to talk about this, even though I've seen it already, I'll do that too. It's pretty common sense, I would say. Like, oh, this is what I want to talk about, so I'll talk about it. Or the headline looks interesting, I'll read into it, but I'll react to it. I won't just read it right now. I'll wait till I hit record, then I'll go over it. It's pretty basic shit for me. Basic. Nothing special, nothing spectacular, no fucking...
Nothing tricky to it.
Yeah, nothing. I'm not trying to fuck with anyone's head. I'm just just listening to things and saying what I think. But here we
How
go.
dare you?
Yeah, no, it doesn't make you money. Oh, why aren't you charging money for this? Here we go.
Harvard. And in order to galvanize the public against those protests, the right wing and conservative media tried to reframe them as right versus left. Instead of pro-Palestine versus pro-Israel, they reframed it into a generic, patriotic, conservative rally against a anti-American left-wing rally. And they did that very cynically because they knew that they could rally young white
I
men
agree.
to a
What?
generic conservative cause, that this is just generic anti-left. It's about waving the American flag. It's about being a frat bro. They
And that's
knew
a problem,
that
right?
was more compelling and that was actually more
Absolutely.
actionable than to try to turn everybody out to protest in favor of Israel's genocide. And I thought that was a perfect example of that. And at that time, I was fighting with people to see how they were doing this, how they were exploiting left-right divisions or mapping them onto something where maybe it didn't really exist for their own benefit.
But so so Nick's saying he saw the game of the kind of left-right divide and pitting people against each other. In this instance, he's talking about, Israel, Palestine, Israel, Gaza, whatever, right? They tried to pit us against each other. They took the, I guess he says white American frat boy or something versus the lefty progressive, hates America person, which is how he puts it. Meanwhile, it's going to look hypocritical later on, but for now, we'll just call them we hate America, lefty progressive person. Got it. So he sees the game. Fair enough, Nick. Here we go.
With that being said, although
Oh,
they exploit those things, although they exacerbate those things, they don't create those tensions. And I was talking to my group chat earlier today at americafirst.plus.
Good plug.
Quick little
Pause.
promo there. I was talking to
All right, that's $100 a month for that. If you want to talk to Nick in a group chat in text form.
I just
$100 a
looked it
month.
up. Yeah, it's $100 a month for an exclusive Telegram group chat.
Oh, wow. Hey, guys, I'll do a plug here, too. Pause. I have a Discord link in my description box. If you want to join that, it costs nothing, and you can talk to anyone about whatever you believe. Just keep away the dick pics and gruesome images.
No penis photos.
Yeah, Discord's about to crack down probably because of this whole Charlie Kirk thing. So
We
don't
don't
do
want to
that.
get in trouble for that shit.
Yeah, don't do that. But opinions, please say them. I know, it's fair enough. I mean, I understand Nick has to babysit a shit ton of people that want his attention, right? I understand that. But to charge money for that is kind of crazy. I don't know, $100 plus, I guess there's like content benefits to it, something like that. I don't know. But all right, good luck to you, man. I'm sure Nick's words are that important. Like that super, there's plenty of wisdom in the words he uses. But all right, here we go.
The America First official group chat at AmericaFirst.plus about this phenomenon, and in particular about canceling these left-wingers. And again, I've seen a lot of people say, because I've been tweeting about this all week, this was a radical left attack on the right. The left is being canceled. That's a good thing, etc. And a lot of people in my...
But you can't have that, right? By the way, like most of those people that were celebrating had no idea what affiliation the guy was. Like this is before the guy even we found out who the fuck it was. All right? There's implications all over the fucking place, people that ran with their own narratives, but those people didn't even fucking know yet who the fuck the person was. So they were doing the, Charlie's a Nazi, so you know what, good riddance, which a lot of people do. Or they were doing, which is less so celebratory, more so like, hey, well, what about these people that are dying over here? How come no one's caring or making a big deal out of it? Which there's a point to that one, I would say. But all right, here we go.
Group chat at AmericaFirst.plus about this phenomenon, and in particular about canceling these left-wingers. And again, I've seen a lot of people say, because I've been tweeting about this all week, this was a radical left attack on the right. The left is being canceled. That's a good thing, etc. And a lot of people in my replies have said, and other people have criticized me.
Gay
say,
kid
well,
Chicago.
The right and the left, that is a control matrix. The right and the left, that's the fight they want us to have. That's the fight that Palantir wants us to have. Israel wants us to have. That's a diversion. That's a distraction. And I want to point something out which really should be obvious. It's a little bit surprising that it needs to be said, but I'm going to say it tonight. This is just a moment of clarity, and I'm going to dump some ice cold water on some of these people that have been overdosing on the conspiratard thing, people that got red-pilled 10 minutes ago, people that got red-pilled this year. Let me tell you how it is, okay?
Let me tell you how it is. Red pill from The Matrix? I wonder how many times. I'm actually curious. How many times has Nick seen The Matrix? And what does he actually think about the actual movie? The way he talks makes me think he's never actually seen the movie. But I guess it's a newer. It's not even a new term. It's an old term that I guess they're making newer. Like red pill. Like red pill about what? What are you telling the truth about, Nick? Come on, man. Come on, Chucky doll. Come on, don't lie to your audience, bro.
This is just a quick aside, but I'm so mad at what people have bastardized the definition of the red pill to be. I know I'm fighting a losing battle here, but those red-pilled fuckers are unironically the people who took the blue pill because it comforts them.
Yeah, I'd have to agree too.
Yeah.
Like I said,
and like I just said, I know I'm fighting a losing fucking battle here, but I guess I make a habit of that.
well, yeah, what was it? Two trans filmmakers using their term, stealing their term. Got it. But also, it's like I don't think the guy's like he's not sophisticated in the abstraction of like abstract intelligence. He can't pick up on symbolism too well. He's more of like on the surface. If I had to guess, he's not too keen on symbolism and deeper meaning to life and all that stuff. He's just more of a guy that can input output. I mean, he borrows most of what he does. I sound a lot nicer right now. Before I was like ranting about it. Now I'm just like, maybe I ranted so hard. I'm just like, all right. What's the point? These Nick fans are not gonna fucking know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm speaking fucking Chinese to them. They have no fucking clue. because Nick hands them fucking Play-Doh and, you know, Happy Meal French fries. And they
A
think they're
tablet
getting,
playing Cocomelon videos.
and they think they're getting some sort of sophisticated, intelligent thing in front. Like they're not getting that. I'm telling you, his suit, like style of it, borrowed. His posturing, borrowed. You know, like look at the eyebrow thing. That's Ben Shapiro, guys. Hope you guys are. Hey, wake up, guys. That's Ben Shapiro. He borrowed it from him. He borrows a lot of like Trump mannerisms as well. Haircut,
Even
borrowed. Background, late night.
I was
show,
about to say that
borrowed.
haircut actually kind of makes me think of Charlie Kirk a little bit.
This guy's a
The
lot
way
of bit of
the way the
borrowed.
top is styled.
Yeah. Remember when Ryan Dawson babysat him talking about foreign policy, which can happen, right? Because not everyone's a genius walking out. But why the fuck are you going out there debating without knowing who the fuck, not knowing anything about it? Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Nick? Because the point is to keep pace with the content creation, the rat race of content creation. That's why you didn't walk into this shit as a created person yet. You didn't make yourself yet. But now you have other people giving you the confidence. You have 50,000 people putting batteries in your back. No pause. But don't worry about
Energizer
that.
Bunny.
It's okay.
Right, Jordan? The fucking Energizer Bunny.
Don't worry, Nick. Most of your fans ran away already. They ran for the hills already. Like, oh, he doesn't like Nick. Bye. Because they don't want to hear this shit. Here we go.
Okay. Charlie Kirk is dead. We don't know who killed him. As I've said strenuously, what we do know is that people are celebrating. That is real.
That is real.
Peter Thiel did not
Israel.
make them celebrate. Alex Karp did not make them celebrate. Netanyahu.
That was a
did
troll,
not make
guys.
them
Don't worry about that.
celebrate.
Troll.
We're just fucking
Maybe
around.
Hundreds of thousands
I
of
see his chat saying
leftists,
he got the call.
and that's who they are,
Jesus Christ.
celebrated that
I'm not
Charlie
going there
Kirk
either.
was brutally, publicly executed in front of his fans and the whole world.
Now, Nick, I'm like really finding it hard. Like, how do you not understand why people? Not saying it's a good thing. It's to lead with them to understand like why they might do that. Why would these people go out of their way to turn their fucking cameras on and record for their social media accounts and say, you know what? I don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk. Or, you know what? I'm glad he's dead. Or, you know what? Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, so fuck that guy. How do you not understand why they're thinking that way? There's no assessment, no diagnosis. You're calling it a problem without diagnosing it, which makes you look like what? A fucking plant. It makes you look weird, bro, when you do shit like that. This is Jordan's humble advice to you. Like, hey, man, give like real assessments. Don't just play the team ball that these other guys are doing. Separate yourself from someone like the Trump administration, from like Matt Walsh to Jack Posobiec to this person, Ben Shapiro. He's like, separate yourself from these people so you come off as like real. You know what I'm saying? Not as another fucking fuckboy that's trying to get our money, like get money from people. Separate yourself from them by doing real assessments. And by the way, in my opinion, that's the thing to actually do. Why are they doing that? So I can relieve the fucking problem. So I can provide an antidote for the fucking problem that I see. You're saying you don't understand why some 20-year-old on TikTok that doesn't watch Charlie Kirk except for when he gets played by one of their favorite content creators, and they quote him saying something. And they're like, you know what? Fuck that Charlie Kirk guy. He's a piece of shit. Let's put it this way, Nick. Let's say Netanyahu got sniper shot. Let's say that happened. Let's say Charlie never died, right? But, you know, breaking news. Benjamin Netanyahu shot in the neck during a press conference in whatever country, in Greece. What would you be doing on your platform, Nick? By the way, no one can see me, but I'm doing the Hulk Hogan, you know, hand on the ear. Let me hear you, brother. What would you be doing?
Let me hear you, brother.
What the fuck would you be doing? And don't lie either. Yo, Nick fans, don't lie for him. What do you think he'd be doing if Netanyahu took a neck shot in the middle of Greece during a press conference. Like, come on. Which means what? Doesn't that make you the same fucking thing that they are? If you can't see that, you're just a child trying to do a man's thing. You're a baby in this shit. Or you're full of shit. Yo, Nick fans, if you can't see that, if you can't thought experiment that shit into your own fucking minds, what does that make you? If you want to call me wrong and make an argument for that, I say fair enough. Make your arguments. But good luck. You don't think this guy would be like, they got him. There wouldn't be a sense of a celebration. It wouldn't be like, hey guys, listen. Yeah, I didn't like Netanyahu too much, but you know what? He got shot and killed. We need to actually we're not here to celebrate this. I feel bad for him and his family. Would Nick be doing that?
Think so.
Don't fucking lie to me either, fans. Don't you fucking lie to me. Yeah, I know. What do I say now? Hurts, don't it?
You want a Hertz donut?
It's a sad thing to realize, right?
This goes back to what I was telling you before, Jordan. One of the central conceits that I see in a lot of these people is that I don't know why. I don't know if it's narcissism or something else entirely, but a lot of these people just cannot imagine it happening to themselves or somebody they care about.
It's quite bizarre.
It is a failure of imagination.
And once again, I just want to make this very plain and clear. If Netanyahu died, it's not a happy day for me. It's not a happy day for Jordan. When Charlie Kirk dies, it's not a happy day for... These are sad events. Either it's someone like Netanyahu where it's like, this is not how we handle these things. You don't just shoot people in the middle. Like, I'm someone who may be like my pal Jesus over here. Don't worry, he's hanging out in the background. He's whispering shit to me. My pal Jesus would be like, damn, we want him to be able to work towards getting better as a person. No one's too far away. That's where I come from. And I'd be like, yeah. Instead of Netanyahu would be like, hey guys, look, I've been committing war crimes. I feel shitty about this. I want to tell my story. I want to confess and tell everything. That's the happy ending, you dummies. Not him getting shot. And then same goes with Charlie Kirk. Where, once again, I'm not the biggest fan of him. I think he said a lot of stupid shit. I think he worked for the wrong people. And I think he helped the wrong people.
I think he helped some very despicable human beings.
Well,
with the shit that they wanted to do. But
yeah.
that doesn't mean he deserves to get shot.
Yeah, I want Charlie to be like, listen, guy, like the theory that's out there right now, where Charlie, man, maybe Charlie was about to turn his back on these guys because these guys are full of shit. Like, I would have loved to see that. Didn't get a chance to, but would have loved to see that. And the fact that someone took that away breaks my fucking heart. It really does. And seeing people out there celebrating it has been a pet peeve of mine since I think ever. I think my whole life that has always bothered me.
I've said this before to people in private. I would much rather he have survived and maybe taken some time to reevaluate the people that he's chosen to throw his lot in with.
Yeah. And if you ever join this Discord I have in the description box, and you talk to people when I'm around, and once again, maybe not even recorded, just me ranting about seeing someone like Caitlin Johnstone celebrating Henry Kissinger dying or something like that, I get fucking pissed. I get really pissed. Like, how the fuck are you the good guy then? Really? So, I'm just saying. Nicky boy. To go back to this, Nicky boy, how are you not understanding why people are doing what they're doing? Is it even a surprise that people would do that? Considering the sheer volume of people. Well, yeah, the sheer volume of people having, social media and the ability to make videos. and whatever the fuck. Like, I bet a good number of them don't even give a fuck about right or left wing. They're like, yo, I'll get views by doing this. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a decent amount of them doing that. Following a trend, if you will.
Outrage farming is extremely profitable.
Yeah.
It's probably more profitable now than it's ever been, because everybody has a microphone. Everybody can say shit in public, and no one can really stop it.
Well, Joe, how's this 20-something not realize that? That's a possibility. Hey, he's doing no assessments. He's not diagnosing the problem at all. He's just saying, the left. It's like, what? You're supposed to be
millions
like,
of
outside the
far left
box.
progressives.
You're supposed to be a thinker, Nick, aren't you? This sounds like fucking baby food, like mushed up peas, baby food ass shit. It's ridiculous.
If I had an answer for that question and enough people to repeat it in public for me, we probably wouldn't be here trying to figure shit out right now.
Yeah. And guess what,
We'd be too busy building O'Neill cylinders in space.
And guess what, Nick? If your audience turns on you because you didn't blame Israel, or let's say that happens. I'm not saying that that is the case. I'm saying if that happens, guess what? Based on me like observing things, why would that be a big surprise?
And really, for the purposes of this discussion, it doesn't even have to be the case necessarily.
It doesn't, but it's a possibility, or it's something. It might just be even like just a troll by these kids or people because it's entertaining. The world means nothing. It's entertaining. Meanwhile, at the same time, screaming for Christ. Right? Good luck, guys.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
That is British propaganda. We don't sing British songs over here, okay? I don't want to hear that shit.
It's okay, Jordan. K to the C's not here.
That was close enough. That was close enough, though. Close enough.
Oh, get over it.
All right, let's keep playing Nicky Boy here. Here we go. As Joe saves him, by the way, by making me giggle. Let's keep playing. Here we go. I should be anger mode, but here we go.
They did that of their own volition. Now ask yourself, why? Why? Is there even one person celebrating? What motivates that? Why do you think that black men, black women, Hispanics, white cucks, and white dykes, why do you think all these POCs, militant, progressives, communists, liberals, why do you think they're celebrating that Charlie Kirk got killed?
I don't know. I'm not terminally online enough to translate any of that shit for you.
I can't say I know either. I can go individual by individual, but like, if someone only sees a mixtape of Charlie's horrendous takes, they might view him as like, oh, this guy's he's a fucking Nazi, or whatever the fuck. And they dehumanize them because of what they see on the internet or whatever the fuck, right? Like, once again, discarding the people that are just doing it for content, right, for views, for people that actually don't like Charlie Kirk. Well, don't like his persona, his social persona. Let's call it that. Like, yeah, they probably saw clips where he says disgusting things, which I'm pretty sure are very prevalent to find. Just like there's clips of you, clips of Shapiro, clips of all these motherfuckers. I'm sure you have a mixtape of dog shittery, of horrible things that if someone saw them, they'd be like, yo, fuck this guy. He's a Nazi. Just like Nick, just like you have of Netanyahu. Same thing you have.
I predict that in 2040, everybody will have a Blu-ray's worth of stupid shit they've said online put up in public.
Yeah, but
that's my prediction for the near future.
Possibly, yeah. That is
Could
fair
be
enough.
wrong.
That is fair enough. But Nicky boy, just remember you're saying this stuff because Netanyahu he's an older guy. If something happens to that guy, just remember what you're saying right now. I don't know, but he is really bad. Yeah, okay. That's what some people might think Charlie Kirk is. And how do you alleviate that problem? By appealing to humanity. Now, Nick, do you fucking do that? Do you appeal to humanity? Are you Cornell fucking West all of a sudden? Like, no, we got to be able to talk to everyone because we need to humanize everyone so that things don't happen in like these crazy fucking silos of ideology and it's just my team versus your team instead of like being human to one another. Are you like that, Nick? Do you talk about do you pass wisdom down to your audience in that direction?
I can't fucking stand the team playing.
I don't. Yeah.
That team sportification of politics, philosophy, pick anything really. I can't fucking stand that shit. That it makes me want to have a fucking stroke.
I agree.
Seriously.
It does work with fuck the Red Sox. That one works. That'll work all day.
That's different. The Red Sox know what they did.
Exactly. They existed. All right. Here we go.
Do you think they're celebrating because, once again, they're agents of the surveillance state of Israel? Do you think they're celebrating because Charlie Kirk was a Zionist? Certainly there might be some Muslims that are
what if they do it?
Celebrating for that reason. But by and large, probably 90% of the tens of thousands of Americans on American soil that are celebrating because they are so far left ideologically that they look at Charlie Kirk, a moderate, and believe that he is a Nazi.
I would love to know what Nick's definition of far left is.
Well, these guys don't try to do like real diagnoses. They just willy-nilly do things because who's holding them accountable? The audience? Get the fuck out of here. One thing Nick has to worry about is Israel. Don't go if you go too far saying something nice about Israel, your audience might jump on you. But anything else, easy wins. Easy wins, free money. Not saying he's looking at it strictly about money, which is it's a possibility. I won't deny him that. But not much work he has to do. And guess is the guy who borrows everything from someone else? Borrows his looks, his style, his talking style, borrows it from other fucking people? You think that guy's going to check up on himself? He's wholesale unaware of his own fucking being and existence. He's wholesale unaware of it. I give my spirit, I'll let Jesus handle that. My looks and my aesthetics and my persona, I'll deal on that one, which is borrowed from whatever the fuck he got it from. Jared Taylor to Donald Trump to Ben Shapiro to whoever the fuck. Frat boys, the milk boys, whatever. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, you fucking automaton. God. And fans can't tell because their level of borrowing and adoption is a lot more limited than Nick's probably spectrum of adoption. Let's just be honest. But anyways.
Is every rung on that daisy chain you go down, the spectrum of things that are considered adoptable gets narrower, narrower, and narrower. And at the very bottom, you just have a bunch of fucking perfect little copycats running around.
Nameless, faceless goons that are the army for some borrowed ass persona dweeb ass motherfucker, bro. But
this isn't new. This isn't just a modern problem. The same thing is going to keep fucking happening. Nobody learns anything because nobody wants to learn anything. The IQ of our species as a whole drops another 20 or 30 points. They feel good about themselves for a few minutes. Then they go back to feeling miserable. The cycle repeats because we just keep inflicting this industrial grade stupidity on everybody.
Joe,
I do mean industrial grade.
Joe, that was the dopest shit I've ever heard you say. That was just on point to me. Holy fucking shit. I got nothing else to say after that one.
I like to think I have my moments.
No, that was straight up on fucking point to me. Good luck, Nick fans. Good luck. All right, here we go. Well, actually, I wanted to give you the last word there because I thought that was beautifully said. But one thing I wanted to say with Nick talking about, oh, these guys are so far left that they think Charlie Kirk, a moderate, is a Nazi or whatever the fuck, right? He's super far right. Well, once again, you brought up the topic yourself, Nick, about Gaza. Now, if they see what's happening in Gaza on their phones, it's massacres. Just like when you see Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck, although Nick's aware of Gaza, according to him at least, he's aware of it. But let's say people that are like really focused on like, yo, free Palestine, like they're college kids, free Palestine, all that shit, and they're seeing these images on their phones, on their social media accounts. They're like, yo, this is fucking horrible. And then someone gets on a stage and says,
"Your gut instinct is to want to vomit when you see shit like that from most people."
yes. Now imagine some guy gets on a stage and says, we need to support Israel no matter what. Which there are plenty of clips of Charlie Kirk not just saying stuff like that, but also when someone gives him like a real critical question, he tries to dance around it and grifts it. He grifts in those moments to make it sound like Israel's okay no matter what. Like, oh, no, listen. As a Christian, we have to support Israel because that's what God says to do. And it's like, these kids are going to say, fuck you, dude. Now, Nick's going to, I know Nick's going to be like, no, Charlie's a moderate. He's nothing to do with violence. That is extreme violence to support that thing. It really is. Now, should that be taken out on Charlie? No, it shouldn't be. But let's be real. As far as we understand, one guy took it out on Charlie versus all these guys just like, I don't even know this person, but you know what? I'm celebrating. Maybe not for Tyler Robinson, but for the idea of Charlie Kirk dying because Charlie supported, for most of his career, thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking Palestinians dying. And we're not talking about Hamas here. We already know the amount of children being killed over there. So when they hear that and they cheer for that guy dying because he was cheering on all these kids dying, doesn't that make sense to you, Nick? Or is that so alien to you? Come on.
If I could interject as far as people celebrating goes.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, I know I'm making a big mistake here by trying to be charitable because I know when you try to do that on the internet, you usually get your ass bit for it. But I think a lot of the people that are celebrating, if I can put that in air quotes, they're venting, and they probably don't know what they're actually saying. So maybe they just haven't thought about it that far.
Well, that's what I mean. Like as a possibility, why can't that be thrown out there as a possibility? Why does it have to leap right to evil left? This is what the left is. Like, who leaps like that other than fucking, let's be real, full of shit con artist motherfuckers. Right, Nick? Like when they do that with you? Full of shit. Like when Tucker does that to you, it's full of shit con artistry, right? But now you're doing it to someone else. You're not leading with empathy or trying to understand where they're coming from in any form or fashion. It's sorry, but I see what I see, Nick. Fucking child.
It's disappointing. And as far as Charlie Kirk himself goes, the only thing that I really feel strongly about is that this was predictable. That doesn't mean it was going to be him in particular necessarily. Doesn't mean it was going to be him in particular, but sooner or later, it was going to be somebody.
God dang it. That's the fucking thing, Joe. Is that like, yo, you keep talking, like, not saying that, once again, neither of us are saying that should happen. It's the idea of like, yo, based on these, like, if that happened, I'd be like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised at all.
It's not, we think this should happen. It's, what the fuck did you think was going to happen?
For me, at least, and for Joe, too, I assume, it's like, no one's fucking surprised here about this. Is it shocking as far as the images and the replays of it and all the surrounding? Maybe that's like, oh, fuck, that's kind of crazy. But is it a surprise?
Grisly, but
no, I don't think it's a surprise. Like,
I mean, look at how many fucking school shootings we have every year.
Yeah.
Especially within like the past 5 or 10.
Joe, I'm going to say some other shit that might be considered controversial here. which is if there wasn't
Go ahead.
videotape of it, if it was Charlie Kirk in a dark alley and there was no video footage of it, he just died. Someone shot him in the corner of an alley and he died. I think Nick would be behaving differently. I think a lot of motherfuckers would behave differently.
Yeah.
I truly believe that one. Like, oh, Charlie Kirk got shot last night and fuck, he died. Oh shit. It just popped up as a headline one day. No videotape of it, no nothing. I wouldn't be fucking surprised if this motherfucker acted differently about it. And it's like, that's just, to me, for me at least, that's me saying, like, yo, this fool looks like a conditioned man of the times, little fucking kid.
I know the Laura Loomers and Pam Bondys of the world certainly wouldn't be able to make the big moves that they've been trying to make.
Well, yeah.
Well, they wouldn't have as much room to do it, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because when you actually see the event of somebody getting shot dead, that's visceral. That stands out to you.
Unless it's guys on a boat in Venezuela, or sorry, in international water, or it's a child in Gaza, that might be different, according to Nick. Because those kids, once again, to go back to my main point here, those kids see that shit, and they see Charlie Kirk saying, yeah, we should help out Israel. They see that. Even if Charlie was changing his mind, they probably have hours of content of him doing the opposite of that, of him questioning what's going on over there. So, like, what do you expect, bro? Or do you think they're keeping up with the latest of Charlie Kirk? They're probably the last to find out.
There's archives of shit that a lot of these people have said.
Yes.
And it's not difficult to look for.
Yeah.
In fact, Nick over here, one of the perks you get if you join his America First shit, whatever the fuck it's called. even just the $15 tier, which is the lowest, you get access to an archive of almost all the shit that he's ever said in public.
Oh, that shit's already out there on the internet. I assume these guys give money just to give them money because they like them or something, which is fair enough. Maybe you like the content creator, but all that shit on the all his archive. Maybe some things are like hard to find or harder to find, but I almost guess those things are just out there. Like someone already has that out there somewhere.
Think about that, Jordan. He's comfortable giving you access to all the shit that he's ever said in public.
Oh, well, thank you for the...
yeah.
Is that plus tax? Like, what do I do here, Nick? Is it plus tax, bro? To hear your words?
Do we got to pay in shitcoin?
Just be like, yo, you guys want to...
Tell a couple of old men how to use the internet over here, will you?
But, yo, guys, if you want to donate to me, please do it over here. But my words are for free. I say what I believe. I want you to hear my words. I don't want to be silenced in any form or fashion, not behind a paywall anywhere. So here's my words. But instead, welcome to content creation for dummies. All right, here we go. Let's play a little bit more. I have a feeling he's been, for me, the words I've heard from me and you, Joe, honestly, is just like, come on. There's no recovery there's no excuses for what Nick's doing. It's a kind of a GG's, but I'll let him say his word, so that's fair, you know. So here we go.
A Nazi, Charlie Kirk, the Zionist who may have been undergoing a change of heart. I fully accept that is a possibility. Nevertheless,
it's so weird what he's doing. It's so weird.
He still supported Israel publicly until the end. They believe that Charlie Kirk, a basic conservative, the number one supporter of the Zionist Trump administration, supported the war in Iran publicly, supported the administration's handling of the Epstein files publicly. Charlie Kirk, a basic conservative evangelical, they thought he was so extreme that he's a Nazi. And they believe that if you're a Nazi, the punishment is death. Okay?
Well, they didn't care. It was according to the story, it's one person that carried it out. So maybe they're not saying, give him the death penalty. It could be more so of he happened to die. I'm not mad about it, which is what seems to be the case, right? And some people are like actually flaunting it around, which is weird but not surprising.
Yes,
And
I keep an ear to the ground for a lot of people that would be considered the left, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean anymore.
yeah,
And a lot of them are just thoroughly unsurprised.
yeah, I might be more surprised. I'm not surprised, but I'm maybe more surprised that Nick is coming out with this take than I am by random TikTokers, celebrating and, smoking on Charlie, if you will, pause, like it's less surprising. I can see it in there. The kid that got expelled from some fucking school I saw that was kind of trending. Like, I'm not surprised that a kid would do that. Should he be expelled for that? I don't think so. But he's also thinks the.
I don't know if you talked about this. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I don't know if you talked about this. But there was that fucking website where they were basically trying to get people to snitch on everybody who is even just insufficiently mourning Charlie. Never mind making jokes or shit posts out of it.
Yeah.
Did you talk about that?
Yes, in another video, but it was like the idea of like,
okay,
at least at the time, I think it was like 20,000. Like, we have a list of 20,000 people that have done this, right? And they were like, they were sharing it on Twitter around and shit like that. Yeah.
I think the count's over 50,000 now.
Yeah, it increased later on, but I think when I made I didn't make a video about it, but I talked about it, I think, in a video. And at the time, it was at like 20,000. It's just like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? What are we doing?
Yeah. I thought comedy was supposed to be legal now.
And
what happened, conservatives?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, people don't realize I'd be just as mad the other direction. Like, if someone's like, yeah, I'm glad he's dead. If someone's in this Discord saying, I'm glad he's dead. Oh, my God, would I be ranting on them. It'd be hardcore.
It's like, are you?
Very strictly.
Are you really glad?
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between being happy about something and being relieved.
Well, I expect them to turn the children at some point. Well, Charlie said bad things, so, like, I expect that at the end of the conversation, typically. But, once again, when we're dealing with content creation land with guys like Nick or Caitlin Johnstone or wherever these fucking people are, where they get reputations and fan following, they can do no wrong because fans are fans instead of thinkers.
This is what happens when you outsource all your thinking to somebody else.
You could be someone like, there could be a 30-year veteran of YellBro. Like, that's probably too old of a, that's before even YouTube existed, right? Whatever. There's a 30-year veteran of watching my channel, and they say the wrong thing. I'm going to let it fucking fly. I'm going to let it fly. And they're not going to like it. Which sounds like I'm bragging for myself. I'm going to stop doing that. Sorry, I'm done doing that. Fair enough. But it's I'm saying it because I hold it to be true. I really do. I love Joe. If Joe said the wrong shit around me, bro, I'm going to let it fucking fly. It is what it is.
It's true. I would never hear the end of it.
It's just, it is what it is. But, all right, here's more of Nick not using, obvious understanding of why people behave the way they behave. You fucking dummy. How do you not realize? He's in their fucking age bracket. How the fuck do you not notice this? Come on. You're one of them, Nick. You are, in a way. Like something. I'm telling you, if Netanyahu got fucking murked, bro, this fool's gonna be like, yeah, maybe not now, but let's erase Charlie Kirk from dying. If something happened to fucking Netanyahu, this guy would be dancing on the fucking table right now. Like, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be doing the can.
I'm sure people will be like, well, Netanyahu committed a crime. Charlie protected the crime that Netanyahu's doing. Charlie protected that shit. I'm not saying it's right for people to celebrate his fucking death, but that's how could you not expect that to happen? Why is that a big surprise to these guys? Like, it's like shock and awe to them. You guys are fucking idiots. These are the fucking thinkers. Fuck.
It's the same. It's the same fucking thing that I was telling people when October 7th happened. What the fuck did you? What the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
Oh my god. Yes, especially if people were paying attention before October 7th and the subjugation that was happening. Like, what do you expect to fucking happen? You guys fucking stupid. 9/11, like whatever event you want to point out. Like, how'd you guys not see this happening?
This is what happens when the people who are fucking supposed to pay attention to this shit fall asleep at the wheel.
Well, it's like all of a sudden, like Nick would be surprised if some Venezuelan made their way up to the U.S. and killed the fucking president. Nick would be like, "How could this happen? How could this happen?" Meanwhile, he's blowing up boats in the middle of the fucking ocean. Like, how do you not expect this to like someone to like attempt this or something like that?
Yeah,
how you not see that?
As Jordan so kindly established for me earlier, even though I thought I had a close eye on this shit, turns out I didn't even know about all of them because one of them slipped right by.
Now, do not quote me on that, but I believe it's 3. I remember a black and white and another black and white and then a colored video footage of the fucking boat getting blown up. Who knows who's on it? Who knows the people there? Who knows if they're fishers or if they're fucking quote-unquote drug dealers? Like, it's nonsense. And they get away with that. It means nothing to anyone, apparently. And then
I'll put it this way: you're not going to be dealing a lot of drugs on a boat that size.
Well, that was also part of some of the arguments about how much distance these guys could go actually on their boat. But whatever. The point is, like, those guys, whether they're cartel or just fishermen, who fucking knows? Whoever knows. Like, yeah, who knows? I'm sure they have family members. They might have kids. They might have wives. They might have husbands. Whatever the fuck they got going on. Someone cares about them getting blown up, most likely, right? At least one of them. But yet, there is zero care from these fucking guys at all. Now, what's the difference?
There's an objective reality to what those people were doing on those boats, and you know what? Now we're never going to find out. We're never going to know what it is.
But these Christ followers, how come they don't care? But like, who the fuck? Isn't that a loss, a problem in life right there? Once again, like, how are you being so heavily conditioned? If you understand the darkness that exists in the world, how are you so heavily conditioned because, you know, the imagery of Charlie Kirk, which once again is terrible, but at the same time, like, how are you not seeing this boat being blown up as equally a problem? How are we not seeing that the same way? When Nick looks at, you know, inner city crimes of black youth committing crimes, how come he doesn't see Gaza at the same time? Like, yo, that's a fucking crime too. Now it's like officially by every standard a fucking crime. So how come it's not taken the same way? And you wonder why these kids might call you a fucking Nazi for caring for one situation so harshly and less so in another situation. The other situation sounds like almost like an argument for you to defeat the Zionists versus like a scream for fixing things like you're doing with Charlie Kirk. That's what it sounds like. You can't hear yourself, Chucky doll? Give yourself a little look. Seriously, look in the fucking mirror about all this.
I'm sorry, Jordan, but the fucking Chucky doll comparison is killing me.
Well, he looks like a little dweebo, a little kid. Come on. All 80 pounds of him. Little fucking kid. All right, let's continue. I understand, once again, for a chat, I assume his chat's a big hangout spot. But it's not, not much, you know, things going on there. But here we go.
A collection of militant blacks, Hispanics, other non-whites, liberal white men, liberal women, dykes, gays, trannies. They think Charlie Kirk, with his basic bitch conservative politics, should be killed because he's too radical.
I don't think they said that. I think if a rock fell and hit Charlie Kirk, they'd be cheering. But it does imply some things to where I understand why you might think that, Nick. I leave room for that possibility, actually. Like, I've made these arguments in the past. But fair enough, Nick. Here we go. Fair enough.
And what were Charlie Kirk's politics that we shouldn't have transgender kids?
You're not the man to do this shit, my man.
that we
mediocre.
should enforce the border? Honestly, what were Charlie Kirk's
The border?
politics that were so radical? And they believe because
told
they
you that.
are crazy, they
what are we
because
to
they
do
are
with these
so
people, Jordan?
degenerate, anti-white, anti-American.
The only thing that moral people can do, Joe, is wait until they figure it out. But still try anyways to say like, yo, Nick, you're getting this wrong. Yo, Nick, you're getting this wrong. Yo, Nick, you're getting this fucking way wrong. Yo, Nick, you're getting this wrong. Like, on and so forth. And we have to be patient for 20 years to go by for this fool to be like, all right, guys, maybe I got something wrong. That's what we're
No,
waiting
if I'll
for
live
because
that
that's
long.
what the good guys do. The good guys are supposed to do that. We're not supposed to force Nick. We're not supposed to fucking threaten Nick. We're not supposed to fucking trick Nick. We're supposed to be honest when we hear him talk, and hopefully one day he might figure it out. Not saying it comes from us, but maybe in his own life, his own real life, he figures things out in a direction towards ultimate
I would prefer
empathy.
it just be just an epiphany that hits him one day.
Well, I hope
So that would mean some work was going on there.
Well, I hope he figures it out before that Jesus guy floats down, because it's not gonna be pretty. You better get this shit done, Nick. Get your homework done first, bro. All right, here we go.
Get your homework done before you go outside and play with your friends.
They believe that just a basic, ordinary, white male conservative Christian should die.
This is like a lesson for Nick. This is a letter
because he's
intervention
not on
for
board
Nick.
with
He needs to
transing
hear
kids and white genocide and the rest of it.
White genocide.
Now, if they felt
wait. Hold on.
perverted, sick, they believe that just a basic, ordinary, white male conservative
White
Christian
male.
should die.
Okay.
Because he's not on board with transing kids and white
Transing kids.
genocide and the rest of it.
That's where I'm going to end the video there. That should tell you everything you need to hear. I mean, if this guy screams, in this video right here, he screams full of shit. Full of shit. No attempts of nuance or understanding or even, let's be honest, no calculations or
No curiosity.
no trying to understand. Like, let me explain to you what these guys are, like, where their minds are at. That's why they believe this, right? Even if you say, fuck those guys, let's go kill them. Even if you said that, there would need to be some sense of diagnosis to it, right? He doesn't add that here at all. When they see a white male who doesn't want trans babies, and, right? It's like he's leading into a narrative, which to me screams sus. Screams extreme sus. And I remember watching guys like Cenk Uygur back in the day. Listen, guys. We're progressive. They're conservative. Conservative means bad. I'm like, that's all you're giving to your audience? And it worked. And watch it work over here. I don't know. I can't say I know, but watch it fucking work over here. And that is exactly what Chucky just fucking sold us right there. Look at him. He looks like, you know, okay. If Ben Shapiro's Undertaker, he's fucking Kane. Look at him. He's a little bit redder haired fucking Undertaker, bro. AKA Ben Shapiro. They have
I'm
the
sorry,
same
Jordan.
lean.
These comparisons are fucking killing me.
Bro, they got the same. He has the same Ben Shapiro lean, where like the eyebrows try like kind of like take over a bit of the image of the art with the points of where you're looking at. The little eyebrow thing he does. These dudes to me are like, this dude screams sus to me at this point. Like that. These are like red flags left and right to me. But you know what? You do what you want. You do your thing. Joe, do you want to say anything before I end this video? Because I'm done with this fucking fool. You want to say anything? Please go ahead.
I got nothing to say besides just the fact that I wonder to myself on and off if these people have the same hairstylist or if they're grown in a lab somewhere that I don't know about.
I think the lab thing might be more accurate to reality than the same hairstylist. These fools are just blah, 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 fucking made in a fucking lab somewhere. All right. They're like, blah, 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 blah. Like, nope, not good enough. Raise the pitch. Blah, 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 blah. Perfect. Yep, print that one out. That's what I'm fucking seeing. That's the fuck I'm seeing. So
No, isn't that a fucking frightening thought?
like, were you made
That
in a
somebody,
lab to fuck the world over? Like, who the fuck is this?
imagine that somebody just producing humans like this in industrial grade quantities.
God. Well,
That's what keeps me up at night.
there you go, folks. I mean, what more can I say? There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment. Agree, disagree. Tell me what you think in the comment section. If you're a Nick fan, please, what the fuck do you guys see? Like, be honest. Like, they might not make it here in the video. They might have gave up and ran away a long time ago. But if you make it here, if you're a Nick fan and you made it here,
Please
please
tell us what you see, because neither of us are
yes.
getting it.
What do you get from hearing Nick Fuentes talk? Maybe it's like a smidget of your ideas that are being brought to more of a bigger stage because Nick is popular, right? He has a lot of fans. He gets mentioned on mainstream news. He gets mentioned on quote unquote independent media, right? He's around, right? He's went around the block several times. So maybe it's the idea of your ideas being represented. That's why you like him so much. I'll say fair enough. It's not good enough for not critiquing him, but maybe it's good enough for the sense, in your minds at least, for, hey, my ideas at least somewhat show up, right? I'll say fair enough to that. But please make your arguments in the comment section. Good fucking luck. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Please check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. And I can't remember, did I play music in this video? I think I did. Did I play music? Either way, I'm playing music. Fuck it. With all that said, please give this video a thumbs down.
A thumbs down.
Yeah.
Say you wanna get in.